This video is brought to you by MPEC Printery, specializing in t-shirt printing, posters, and shipping from the USA. Call 876-775-6692 or 876-337-7374. Andy Gone Nuts, 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is also brought to you by BLC Jamaica Security Electronics, specializing in alarm system, video surveillance, camera system or CCTV, barrier system, gate automation, and access control. Call 876-320-7711. That's 876-320-7711 or 876-351-1105. That's 876-351-1105.
Look at that. And the comments are coming in. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Reggae Boys Commentary. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video on this channel. Really, really appreciate it. And it's an absolute pleasure to see and hear from you all. And of course, there's some good news to share. The Truth and More says, big up Simon. And he says, has the new coach made any contact with new players? Yes, he's made contact with new players, but that doesn't necessarily mean that for the next set of games that there will be new faces introduced. So we'll just have to wait and see how all of that transpires, you know. So we'll see what happens, how everything transpires in that window. So let's talk about Shamar Boza Nicholson, shall we? And as you know, he scored today. What's happening with Reece Nelson and Marcus Edwards? Marcus Edwards has not been contacted by the Jamaica Football Federation, and neither has Reece Nelson. Giovanni Brown needs to be in the team. Well, as you know, Giovanni Brown was actually called up for the matches in Austria, the trip in Austria. But as you know, he wasn't recalled. That game in the League Cup, it was there, and then he just wasn't called up in that squad. Roderick Sharp says, top of the afternoon, General. My salute to you. Hope you are doing good, sir. How is everybody doing? And for those of you tuning in, tell us what time is it in the world that you are right now. Yeah? Tell us what time it is and also how things are where you are at this point in time. So let us know. So without further ado, here we go. Let's get right into the matter as we discuss about, that's right, Shamar Boza Nicholson. Yep, that's right. Hello. So, Shamar Boza Nicholson. Yep, he made it on the score sheet in a 2-1 victory over Nizhny Novgorod. As we know, Volga Nizhny Novgorod is a team that Luton Shelton actually played for. So Shamar Nicholson scored in the 66th minute, and this was his first strike of the campaign, and it turned out to be a goal that got the equalizer in the contest, and eventually they went on to win. And look where they are. Look where they are in the table. 4th in the table right now. 4th in the table right now as we speak. Okay? What are you guys' thoughts about that? In terms of positioning in the table. Does that surprise you? Is that a surprise? But still, clearly, a lot of work to be done there. What about other teams that are in the league? How are they doing where that is concerned in other divisions? Well, this is where we are. This is the English Premier League. Simon says, Simon, you watched your team die in the derby today? No, I know. I didn't watch the game. I was in transit. Patrick Prendergast says, yes, family war. What a guan, Simon. Big up, Patrick. Big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. Hope you are well. Hope everybody else is well as well. And it's absolutely great to hear you guys and see you guys as well. So it's good news. Really, really is good news. And I'm glad that, everything sort of worked out from that perspective. So, Linton Wilson says, big up yourself, Simon. I personally think that the Argentina game was a good game, something to build from. Personally, I never looked at the result as a priority in that game. It was all about the performance, and there were marginal improvements in the way that the team defended. And from the attacking third, there were encouraging signs. I still think the decision making in the final third is an area to be worked on, but I think there were some genuine, excuse me, some genuine signs from the game that a team can actually go out there and get a solid result. Bobby team got killed, but at least he scored. Yeah, Bobby Reed, Dexter Dapps, he got on the score sheet for Fulham. So where's Fulham in the table? Fulham are eighth in the table right now. After 8 games, 3 wins, 2 draws, 3 losses. So that takes them now up to 11 points in the table. United are sixth in the table on 12 points. So, what's interesting is that they still can get into the top four. They took on arguably the best team in the league today. So that tells you everything that you need to know right there. Fulham, Liverpool are ninth. Liverpool are ninth. Can you believe that? Liverpool are ninth in the league. Liverpool are ninth. Linton, you're in Grand Cayman? Okay, all right, cool. Anthony Mack says, bless up, Simon. Bless up, Anthony. Hope you're doing good. Yeah, guys, so if you want your comment highlighted, you use the super chat feature, and that is a good way for you to get in touch and a good way for you to basically, questions, comments, concern, use the super chat feature, and from there we take it from there. So I still think that this is something that we can consider, and I'm hopeful that you guys can be able to utilize that. Yeah. So yeah, guys, that's what I think about the matter. What are you guys' thoughts? What do you guys have to say? What are your thoughts? Let us know how you feel. Let's see what you guys have to say in the comments, and then we take it from there. Sounds like a plan? Good. Well, let's do that. Let's do that. Hey guys, let's go right ahead. Is it me or Argentina look ordinary without Messi? Argentina, I still think that the first hour of the game, 60, 65 minutes, they had a chance. And it's not because the score line was narrow, but I felt like we were one chance away from an equalizer, genuinely. If we took our chances quite well, I don't see anything otherwise to suggest that we wouldn't be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? So that tells us everything that we need to know from there. And as I said, if you give this coach 2 training sessions to work with, you give him another 2, and bam, progress, 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 progress. Make sense? So yeah. And as you guys know, let's now talk about LA Lewis. Now, LA Lewis had a very successful weekend, you could say. He scored a hat trick for Hartford Athletic as they defeated Charleston Battery 6-3. Now, LA Lewis has 6 goals in 31 appearances this season for his club. This is the first time in his professional career that he was scoring a hat trick. First time. Anthony, Argentina doesn't threaten without Messi. They do possess a threat, though, to be honest with you. They do possess a threat, and I think that Di Maria will give them that sort of cutting edge. And in addition to that, shooting from set pieces that Osamendi will make himself a handful. I do get what you're saying, but I still think that Argentina are genuine title contenders for the World Cup. In fact, I have them going to the final. The only team that can stop them from going to the final is Brazil. So that's how I see it. Julian Alvarez is a decent player, very, very decent player. I remember him from River Plate. And now let's see how he gets on at Manchester City. 3 goals in 9 appearances this campaign. Let's see if he'll be able to continue that. Or I should say, improve upon that, I should say. So that's something that we should do. Let's see what you guys have to say. What do you guys have to say? Shamar Nicholson on the score sheet, Bobby Reed on the score sheet, Andre L.A. Lewis on the score sheet. That right there tells us everything that we need to know. Good news, positive news, things that we should be very, very happy about. You know what I'm saying? So it's great news. It's actually outstanding news. So now the hope is that these players can be able to replicate that form. That is what is needed at this point in time. Players that are able to go out there, replicate these form, put in good, solid, decent performances so that they can go out there and ensure that for their country in the Nations League, the Gold Cup, and beyond, that this is something that is continued. So let's see. Let's see how things map out there. But something to consider. So let's see. As Ab says, up, Simon, up. How are you doing? Flemmings getting close to his first start. He was on the bench this morning. Yes, the situation with Toulouse is a very compelling one with Toulouse. They're 12th in Ligue 1 right now, so pretty decent in terms of that perspective. Toulouse, they won their game by 4 goals to 2 today. Flemmings with the number 20 jersey as they defeated Montpellier 4-2. 12th in the league is something to build upon. They just need to ensure that they stay clear of 18th position. 18th, 19th, 20th, 17th. Once they can finish 16th and above, then we're looking at good. We're looking at something that is good. 16th and above, and Toulouse will remain in Ligue 1 next season. Boza already, your team needs to put in more work. Ready for what? You're talking about England? I genuinely feel that one more season, and I think Germany he would be ready for, or England. I think one more season. I'm doing good yourself. I'm doing well, my friend. Fleming should not put on a next Jamaica jersey unless he buys it. Well, we all have free will, right? So I'm sure that if the kit man hands him a Jamaica shirt, then he's gonna put it on, don't it? Didn't watch a bit of play today. How did Leon today? Leon was a goal threat, a genuine goal threat for Aston Villa. A genuine goal threat for Aston Villa. I mean, they drew nil all with Leeds United, so they're 14th in the table. So that's the situation right now, you know. So that's where we are at this point in time, you know. So that's 14th. nil all draw. So basically, at this point in time, it's one of those things in that situation. Yeah, nil all. So it was a nil all scoreline in that match in particular. And it's funny because they took on Leeds United, and we know when they come to West Yorkshire, it's difficult to get a result at Ellen Road because when you go to Ellen Road, it's a difficult atmosphere to get themselves into. So, one of those things, eh? And we know what West Ham United did, right? West Ham United, they recorded a victory over Wolverhampton Wanderers. Yes, Jared Bowen got on the score sheet. Gianluca Scamacca also got on the score sheet as well. So those players got their time. Mikel Antonio came on in this encounter. But West Ham are 15th in the table. I mean, yes, it's not where they want to be, but it's definitely better than where they were. So you have to take the positives there, coming from where they were not too long ago. Remember, West Ham United were at the foot of the table. But Leicester City, Nottingham Forest, Wolves, those are the teams on the bottom three right now. Palace, 17th, Southampton, 16th, West Ham, 15th, Aston Villa, 14th, Bournemouth, 13th, Leeds, 12th, Everton, 11th, Brentford, yep, they're 10th. They are 10th today. That's right. Basically, it's a situation right now to speak. That's what I'm saying. So, there we go. So, let's talk about a man by the name of Kaheem Paris now. As Kaheem Paris came on for Dynamo Kiev today. Yes, Dynamo Kiev defeated Mayanai 1-0 in the Ukrainian Premier League, and by virtue of having that result today, that means that they've moved up to ninth in the table. I mean, Shakhtar Donetsk still leads the way at the top of the table, but Dynamo Kiev, they are ninth in the table. So it's back-to-back wins for them after a difficult start that they've had to the campaign. They've only played 4 games, so if they win another game, then they can move up into the top 7 of the table. Still some distance to go with Shakhtar Donetsk, but still a grand opportunity for them. So, yeah. My genuine thoughts about Darren Mattocks is this. Darren Mattocks needs to find a club, and he needs to find a club where he can go and dominate. I don't want him just to go to a club and score 2 goals and then he gets a call up. A player of his caliber deserves a call up when he's showing and replicating the form that we saw at Vancouver Whitecaps, Portland Timbers. That's genuinely how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about the matter. How do you feel about that matter as well? The NBL looks average. Look, I think the performance today, it might not have been his best in a Villa shirt, but he remains a goal threat. And I think that you need certain characters like that in a team for them to remain in that sort of light as well. Paris already has more minutes than Flemmings has for two. Yeah, the thing is with Kaheem Paris is that it's a long-term contract that he signed with Dynamo Kiev. Same as well, like Junior Flemmings, but with Paris, he's in an environment where you know he's going to get games. It's much more competitive at Toulouse, you know. Good news on Shamar. Good to see Paris getting some game time. How is Cephas? Cephas is doing well, doing very, very well, I'll tell you. So is Andre Ele Luis. Bobby Reed is on the score sheet as well. Flemmings made the bench. So I think you can really say that there's genuine progress being made. So the next step from here now is to ensure that these performances are replicated in a good note. That's what's needed. These performances have to be replicated positively. So that needs to be done. United died. No, they didn't die. They lost the game, but they didn't die. Number one guy says, congrats to Jamaica Talos winning another CPL title. Yes, that is right. They won a title in 2013, 2016, and also 2022. It's a pity they didn't win the 2019 because it would have said put it in a 3-year cycle 13, 16, 19, 22, if you understand what I mean. So that's 3 titles now for the Jamaica Tallowas. And what that means now is that they're 1 title behind the Trinbago Knight Riders in CPL history. Yeah, so that's the situation. Trinbago Knight Riders, 4 titles. Jamaica Tallowas, 3 titles. Barbados Royals, 2 titles. The St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots has 1 title. And the St. Lucia franchise, as well as the Guyana Amazon Warriors, are yet to win a CPL crown. And as we know, the Antigua Hawks Bills are a defunct franchise, dormant. Haaland on track to break the goal scoring record in the first half of the season. Erling Haaland is on fire. If you look at the way that he is performing, it is just absolutely splendid. 22 years old. He's not going to be 23 until next year. Born and raised in, or born in Leeds. Born in Leeds. And he lived the first 3 years of his life in Leeds. 14 league goals. 14 league goals in 8 appearances. Just wow. 14 league goals, 14. That is just absolutely splendid. So Erling Haaland has 14 Premier League goals. Phil Foden, 5. Alvarez, 2. Gundogan, 2. Bernardo Silva, 2. Cancelo, 1. KDB, 1. Jack Grealish, 1. There you go. That tells us everything we need to know, right? There we go. There we go. Haaland not ramping. Yeah. Not a score. Goals for fun. Are you concerned on the lack of goals Antonio scored recently? To be quite frank with you, no. The lack of goals is not concerning me because I do know that he can contribute even though he's not putting the ball in the back of the net. Antonio was never a striker that you would have a goal a game ratio or goal every other game ratio. I knew that I was going to get a goal every 3 games or a goal every 4 games. And this was evident for him. So for me, it is not a surprise in terms of the goal per game ratio. And it's not a cause for concern for me because I know the caliber of player he is and what he brings to the table. So no, it does not bother me. How do you defend him? Maybe you can mark De Bruyne out of the game. That could help. I mean, Erling Haaland is 6'4", so you could put a 6'5" guy in Simon Preston beside bam, job done, right? The Foden KDB Haaland combo. Yeah. And you know what's funny? Haaland was born in England. Foden was born in England. Yeah. But, guys, what are your thoughts? Nicholson on target, Ellie Lewis on target, Bobby Reed on target. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, eh? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Yeah, he could have played for England, but it was just his first 3 years of his life when his dad was playing professional in England that he was actually in England, if you know what I mean. Antonio's not a lethal goal scorer, creates for others, if anything. That is absolutely correct. So, Reggae Boys fans, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. More content coming your way quite soon, so stay tuned for it later today. Alright, guys, stay tuned for lots more right here on Reggae Boys Commentary. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe.
This video is brought to you by MPEC Printery, specializing in t-shirt printing, posters, and shipping from the USA. Call 876-775-6692 or 876-337-7374. Andy Gone Nuts, 100% guaranteed fresh coconut water delivered straight to your door. Call 876-309-6128. That's 876-309-6128. Refreshing and affordable. For more information, follow them on Instagram at Andy Gone Nuts. Truly refreshing. And Crumble by Mrs. C. Old English fudge and other delectable sweet treats. Call or WhatsApp 876-586-0471. That's 876-586-0471. This video is also brought to you by BLC Jamaica Security Electronics, specializing in alarm system, video surveillance, camera system or CCTV, barrier system, gate automation and access control. Call 876-320-7711. That's 876-320-7711 or 876-351-1105. That's 876-351-1105.